up guys, it's DL43 doing another video on my channel. Today we're going to be going down figure hunting down at the local Funko swap, picture like a swap meet or like a flea market, and then picture just Funko Pops galore. That's what we're going to. We are also going a little bit late because we ended up going down to somewhere special for a different video, so I can't really talk about that because the video hasn't come out yet, but it'll be that one's going to be a really cool video. But for the most part, today's video is just about the Funko Pop swap that we went to, which is basically just people come up in their own little cars and vendors, and they open their tables, and then they just sell Funko Pops for whatever price they want, and you buy them. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys could smash that like button and also hit the notification bell, plus subscribe. Subscribing is the most important part out of those three. We're so close to 400. You guys could definitely get us there. If we can get to 400, I have a cool video, fun ideas for that, and yeah. So with that being said, let's hop right into this video and go down to the Pop Swap. Showcase everything I did see, because there's cool stuff. Like, that's cool. I haven't watched Fire Force, but the Hard and Aaron's cool. The Bear Itachi I've shown. Look at Kenny, Bubbles, like a Nosuke, the Rengoku. I'll go this way. Zombie Cap. That's Bakugan. The Zuko is really cool, and then tons and tons of Rick and Morty Pops. Oh, Pickle Rick is so cool. I didn't even see Pickle Rick over there. So when I get to another collection, I'll show you guys. That's a great first stop. Booths. Look at that. We have is like that Boruto right there. Azula Chase, Kento. This again, they're on the sides. You have to read names, but it is a really cool booth to be honest. So when I get to another booth, this is the second decent, really good booth. Okay, so the next table. Oh, see, you need Balloon Boy. That's cool. Raiden's another cool one. Blueberry cereal. The Toy Story ones are cool. There's also like the Mitsuki with Snake Sage mode down there, which is another cool one. Baby Nut. So when I get to another table at this Pop Swap, I'll show you guys. That's fair. So look at this beginning. That's understandable. There's all these pops. This is the last booth I'll probably showcase at this toy pop, but there's some cool ones. There's like these guys, all the way up there, and all the way up there. There's like a Zula, which is a cool one. If I go more this way, all these pops. I do need the chase. I don't know if I'm gonna get that right now, but I do need that chase. And that's all of these guys. There's all these cool pops. So when I get to another, or back to the house to show you what I picked up for this toy stop, I'll tell you guys. All right, guys. So we are back, going from the Pop Swap or whatever you wanted to call it, and I got some decent stuff today. Mostly just, it wasn't too many things, because again, the Pop Swap is cool. And it was like a thing that basically you go to a pop store, and then the whole parking lot's filled with people that are other vendors that just have all their figures, and you can just go pick out of whatever their stock is. And yeah, so it's basically what we did, which is why it's a Funko swap, Pop Swap, Toy Swap, whatever you want to call it. And it was actually pretty cool. They had a lot, we did go late, so they were kind of already starting to close down some of the booths, but for the most part, they still had some decent stuff. So yeah, so the first thing I was able to pick up is going to be Kenny, which Kenny's a pretty cool one. He's an Attack on Titan one, and he's not a bad figure. Like, for the most part, it's like, okay, Kenny's cool. I do enjoy Kenny as a character. He does come later on in the show, like around barely when you start learning Levi's backstory, but he's still cool. And I do like this one. He has his little like blaster pistol things. He's actually, again, he's a cool character. And other than like really that though, I was like, okay, there's nothing too much going on with Kenny, but it's a cool pop to add to the AOT collection, especially because I need Hanji, Erwin, Krista, and Amir. I do need the rest of those pops from that wave anyways, which is, they're not too difficult to find. Like, you do see them, they just go for more than what I'm like, bargaining with. And like, I'm like, okay, but now that I got Kenny, he's pretty cool. And I was glad to be able to pick up Kenny, obviously, so that I could actually continue my AOT wave, because I'm trying to finish all of AOT, Demon Slayer, almost done with Boruto, almost done. Like, I just need a few more, and then I could be done with all of Boruto, and then be, on to the next, show. I'm actually almost done with the show in general, because I only need, 6 more episodes, and then I'm done with Boruto, and then it's just full commit to Jujutsu Kaisen, and then, just continue down the train of shows, so that I can continue to bring you guys content, and showcase what you guys like as shows/movies, so that you guys can see other pops that aren't just, from my favorite shows. If I continue adding more shows, then you guys will see other stuff maybe you guys enjoy. So, and that's all I can really say about Kenny. Like, again, he's not my favorite. I do like him as a character. He's cool, but he's not my personal favorite character. So,
Not too much to say about Kenny, but still a cool pop. Now, the next pop I have, though, which is a really cool one, I was able to get the original Boruto Uzumaki doing, like, Shadow Clone. And it was a good box for only $5, too. And everything about that just sounds awesome. Like, again, I've been on the hunt for this one. This one's been a long one to get because of the fact that every time I've seen it, the box was really bad or there was some damage or something that was wrong with it. And I was like, well, I don't like to collect boxes that are really damaged. I like to try to keep them, like, and so, don't get me wrong, on some older figures, you're not going to, you can't beat the damage that happens because, they're old. But for the most part, there's, like, some like, in between where it's like, okay, well, I could wait and get a decent box, like an okay box, versus, like, this is a terrible box. And this one was a decent box. I was like, okay, it's cool. Now I just need to get the Kamen Sarada and the Mitsuki, which I have seen both, actually, but both times I've seen them, they had terrible boxes. They were dirty and, like, dented, or the plastic was, like, indenting in instead of being attached to the box, which is just, for me, is like a no thank you. I'd rather wait. But now that I got him, I'm like, okay, now I got the Kamen Boruto, which, again, I love Boruto as a show. I love the character, so I'm not like everyone else who hates on the show and despises it. I actually enjoy it. So, for me, getting these pops is cool because I actually really love Boruto. So, I'm not a Boruto hater, I'm a Boruto fan. Because some people do really hate on the show a lot for no reason. Like, don't get me wrong, there's, like, the filler is, I can understand the filler's kind of childish and kind of, like, sometimes kind of, like, lackluster. But, when you actually get the show, you're actually getting good quality stuff, and I do enjoy it, and I've gotten past it. And now I just really need pretty much exclusives, except for, like, a couple more commons. Which, if you guys are following the channel, you'll see the day I hit the last Boruto pop, and then you guys will be like, he did it. He completed his Boruto set. But the only other pop I picked up at the Toy Swap was going to be Boroshiki, which they just call it Boruto Momoshiki transformation, but it's Boroshiki, and that is such a beautiful pop. I'm so glad that I was actually able to obtain this, because I thought it was going to be a hard one to get, because I've only ever seen it. Like, I've ever seen it, like, on pictures, and I was like, I'm never going to get this Boruto transformation. I thought that was going to be a hard one to get, but I ended up achieving it. The only one that's going to struggle is probably the chase. That's going to be a little bit of a task to obtain. But now I have I love the Boroshiki transformation. If you guys remember, I had a whole conversation where I was asking why they haven't done a Kawashiki transformation when he transforms into Ishiki, but maybe that'll be a pop down the road. I don't know. Because I don't really know when they're going to start making... Because, again, at the point the show's at now, we're just waiting for the time skip. So, technically, they have a bunch of people they can still keep making pops. So, you have Himawari. You got Kawaki as a... Kawashiki. What else other pops that you could obtain, technically? They technically don't really make many Otsutsuki. The only one they've made is Momoshiki and Kaguya. So, you could make Ishiki. You could make... There's Urashiki. Boro was there, technically. Code needs a pop. Because they really haven't made any of the Kara, technically. Now I'm thinking about it. The only one they made is Kawaki, and he really wasn't part of Kara. He was part of, just, like, as a test subject. But Code could be there. Jigen doesn't have a pop. Koji Kashin doesn't have a pop. Delta. I barely just met Ida, or Ida. However you say her name. So there's a lot of pops they could technically still make for Boruto if they wanted to go down the villain side, because they've done a lot of side characters, and the more you go down the side characters, the more you get pops that people aren't going to care about. It's going to be like Demon Slayer, dropping all those, because yes, they're cool characters like Lady Tamayo, Yahaba, Susumaru. Like, they're cool because, they're new people, but at the same time, they're so side character that you're like, did they really need this? But I think we should have got Uzui before we got that, but that's just my opinion. We're barely getting Uzui probably next year, low-key. Uzui and like those side of characters, but I'm still happy as long as I'm getting new pops that look cool and don't just like look very dry. Like in this way, they really give us Sumire, and I was like, okay, she's not important to the story. She was at the beginning, and then she wasn't. So it's like, well, there's no reason to really have Sumire there. Like, in my opinion, I get it's cool because she's a character that we don't have. But at the same time, in my opinion, I felt like it was unnecessary. So the last thing I got was I ended up grabbing one more Momo soda. Hopefully this is the common. Again, my sister picked this one, so if it's the chase, then then we're just going to need another one. And hopefully it's not, because I really just want to have the common and the chase and be done. Like, that's the hope. And this one opened up a lot easier, so I don't have to worry about that. Please, be a common. If this is another diamond, that'd be cool because it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna complain about getting chases, but I just need a common. Please, 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 please. Actually, that looks pretty common. That does look pretty normal. Yes, okay, thank you. I was kind of nervous because I didn't want to get another one. It's unlikely you get 2 chases, but I mean, I've seen it happen, especially for Top Pops, who's opened up, like, tons of sodas, and I've seen him, I believe it's the Amazon exclusive Spider-Man one when he did that video, and he got, I think all he's gotten are chases for it. And yeah, so then you guys get the close-up for Momo. This is just common Momo, so now I actually am done with this SDC, or NYCC soda, which makes me that much happier, because now I don't need to buy anymore, and I really didn't want to have to, oops, I didn't have to get anymore. I'm going to show you guys the Pog. The Pog just looks like that. It's like Momo, if you want to see the amount, it's 1 out of 13,400, and then just the regular piece. So you guys saw in the last video, I can't even show it really well. In the last video, you guys saw me showcase the Pog, and that was the Chase Pog, because I actually got the Chase before I got the common, and now we have it, which, again, I love when I get, like, the Chase, but at the same time with sodas like these, and especially being at GameStop, it kind of scares you, because GameStop will run out, and then they'll never put these back up, so I was like, I rushed over, basically, either the next day or that day, and went and tried to get another soda, just so I could get one more, just for the factor that I wanted to make sure I got a Chase and a common, because if not, then you won't have the Chase, or you only have either one or the other, and I'm one of those guys that I'd like to have the common and the Chase if I can, especially for sodas. And obviously getting the Chase is usually harder, but in this instance, I've actually gotten it first. And I really do like Momo's as a character, like her design is crazy. And NYCC exclusive, and being at GameStop, I was like, okay, because GameStop usually doesn't carry sodas, so them putting these out was crazy to me. And now I have her, and that's just perfect. So we can go next to the Chase version. And technically, I needed Shigaraki's Chase, but when I went back, there was no more sodas. And I'm not a guy that likes to buy open sodas. I want to open it up myself and try to see if I can get one, because I don't find the fun in just picking up a soda just for the Chase. I'd rather open it up and then be like, okay, I got it. And now, as you can see, when we get in the room, you guys will see a better comparison, because I don't have the diamond with me, but I'll showcase the comparison between the two, so you guys can be like, okay. Because the actual design itself doesn't change. It's just glittery on the Chase. And I still think it's awesome that I got the Chase last video. And now we got the common this video. So yeah, so with that being said, let's go hop right in the room and go showcase where we're going to put all these people. I guess we'll start off with is going to be the 2 sodas. As you want to see the comparison, it is a little dusty. Don't mind the dust, but that's what it looks like diamond, and that's what it looks like common. We also had to pick Shigaraki at the back, but we put them right there. And technically, I could pan over right here, because this is where I put Boruto. He decided to be living next to Chester Cheeto and next to Armin, but Boruto doing the shadow clones right there. And then if you really want to go up, it's Boruto and Momoshiki now. Look at them chilling. They're both... That's who actually is using the Karma on Boruto, Momoshiki, and that's Borshiki. So it's kind of cool to put them together, especially because I have both pops. So yeah, so let's go show you where I put the last one. The pop I have is right there. It's Kenny, and he's hiding next to Spider-Man and behind Kakashi's giant Susanoo. But it is Kenny. So now I'll showcase where, the question of the day, because it's really all I had left for today's video. A simple question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite just anime Funko Pop in general? Out of all your Funko Pops that are anime based, who's your favorite? And maybe you want to tell me why. I'll tell you guys in tomorrow short what my personal favorite is. But yeah, this was such a fun video. That pop swap was such a fun place to be. I'm glad I was able to get the comment of Momo. I was really nervous that if I got the diamond, I'd have to go try to find another one. Because as you can know, with NYCC sodas, once they're gone, they're gone. It's not like they're going to come back and restock them. Especially if you know GameStop, they don't restock anything. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys are an awesome community. We're so close to 400. As I said in the intro, just keep subscribing. Let's get to 400. And I'll see you guys in Wednesday's video. Actually, today's Wednesday. Friday's video. Peace.